Hey, what's up? I'm Cody the news for the Bitcoin community. I think this is bullish news. The fact that you have these firms that are coming in and are interested in buying the miners show that there is great interest in securing that miner equipment, and the simple fact that the demand for Bitcoin mining has not gone down. We've talked about the hash rate recently, and the hash rate, even though it's been down a little bit, is still at highs that we've never seen before. So the fact is that Mike Novogratz decided to come in here and buy this company, and hopefully it'll wind up being a very successful investment for them. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the 8K form that was released by MicroStrategy. So this came out today, December 28th, and these 8Ks have kind of miscellaneous information on them, but they basically detail important events that need to be reported to the SEC. So what happened was, they're saying here that MicroStrategy actually acquired between November 1st and November 21st, they acquired almost 2,400 Bitcoins for $42 million in cash at an average price of about $17,871 per Bitcoin. So they came in here and they bought almost 2,400 Bitcoins in the time between November 1st and December 21st. That's the first thing they did. And then on December 22nd, they came in here and they actually sold 704 Bitcoin. And that's extremely surprising. I don't know why they sold this, but they sold it for about 16,776 Bitcoins. That's on December 22nd. And then they turn around on December 24th and then buy another 810 Bitcoin for approximately $13.6 million in cash at an average price of 16,845. Now, I'm not entirely sure why they sold it in the middle of this, but maybe they have some sort of tax laws that they're going to try to take advantage of. They're going to do some tax loss harvesting or something. But the net for this was that they increased their holdings by 2,500 Bitcoins. All right, and they have approximately 130,000 as of October 31st, 2022, right? And then 132,500 as of December 27th, 2022. So they've actually, despite the fact that they bought and then sold and then bought, they're actually up by 2,500 Bitcoins so far, which is very impressive. Michael Saylor has been pushing the company to put more of its money into Bitcoin, and they've bought the dip, at 16,845. And right now, he feels that that is a very attractive price for Bitcoin. Now, the other thing you guys are probably wondering is, well, so how low can Bitcoin go before they get margin called? And the one thing I like to look at here is Michael Saylor actually coming out and saying on Twitter that if the price falls below 3,562, the company could post collateral and they would not be in any sort of danger of having margin called and then need to sell all those Bitcoin in order to cover the margin costs. So the way I see it is basically below this 3,500, that will definitely put them in a very painful situation. But if you notice on the 8K, it says that their price per coin is actually about 30,000. They say $30,397 per Bitcoin. So They are in significant loss right now because the price, as we checked here, is actually 16,600. So they are in a significant loss right now. But I don't think that they're in any danger of having that margin call anytime soon, as long as it stays above this 3,562 level, which I don't personally think it's going to go that low. So I think that they're in pretty good shape as it is. So speaking of Bitcoin price targets, Barron's had a very interesting article out recently that covered what this crypto analyst said. He is Yuya Hasegawa. He is an analyst at the crypto exchange BitBank, right? And he's going through and giving us some price predictions for 2023. And what he's saying here is that it's very possible that the range will be anywhere from 8,000 to 25,000, all right, with it picking up towards the back half of next year. And he's saying that he's eyeing Bitcoin between 20,000 and 50,000 next year. Now, that is very interesting. The fact that he's saying there's going to be a dip, right? And then he's actually coming out and saying, well, towards the back half of next year, you're going to get a huge boost anywhere from 20,000 to 50,000. That's a pretty huge spread, in my opinion. But the fact that the price is going to fluctuate anywhere between $8,000 and $50,000 next year just kind of goes to show you that no one really knows what's going to happen in 2023. And even this analyst for BitBank is just saying, well, you know, it can be anywhere from $8,000 to $50,000. So I'm going to have my own idea on this. I'm actually going to be putting together a video in what to expect for the Bitcoin price in 2023. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, be sure to subscribe. And I'm going to have that video out within the next week or two. And then I'll be talking about what I expect for the Bitcoin price. And the range is not going to be nearly as far as saying, well, it's going to be either 8,000 or it can be 50,000, because I think that's too wide of a variance for this. But the reason why he thinks it's going to be picking up towards the end of the year is that's because of the fact that there's going to be some pricing in for the halving that is scheduled for May 2024, which what I've seen according to the halving is going to be that it's probably going to be in April, but it's going to be either anywhere from May or April or even March, depending on when that winds up happening. And so it's going to get a bump towards the back half of the year from the halving, and then also a significant slow in rate hikes or even rate cuts from the Fed. That'll also boost the price towards the end of the year. So that's something I'm going to talk about in a separate video, and some things that I think are very bullish in store for Bitcoin at the end of 2023. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know what you think of MicroStrategy buying the dip. Now, is that a good idea or not? Leave a comment below, and I'll catch you on the next video.